kung ano yung matapos natin hanggang 5:30. Let's deal with that. Okay, so what is the most common type of delusion? O at least yung unang tanong madali. At least madali naman kahit pa paano yung unang tanong, di ba? Pero may nakakamali pa rin dito. No? Hindi ko kasi makahanap yung item analysis na updated, pero yung dating item analysis na gawa namin, may mga nagkakamali din dito. Pero the answer is letter do, persecutory delusion. And you know persecutory delusion before. So, yan ang most common here. Now, how about in number 2? Ito mahirap na. Punta na tayo sa mahirap. Which of the following statements about development and course of autism spectrum disorder is false? Ayan, false. Baka na hindi nakita yung naka-italize na false. Hindi totoo about ASD. Ang sagot ay... Anong sagot nyo? Letter boy. Bakit? O, isa-isahin natin. Bakit yung ASD usually not noticeable by 5 to 6 years ay mali? No? Ilang taon ba dapat yan lumilitaw? Ang tama yung letter A, no? Symptom typically during second year of life. As early as 1 year old, going 2 years old, pwede mo ma-detect. So, huling-huli na yung letter boy. Kaya mali yung letter B. Kung mapapansin nyo, directly opposite yung A at B, diba? Anyway, tignan nyo pa rin yung ibang items. Yung letter C, ano yan? First symptom, involve delayed language step, often accompanied by lack of social interaction. Tama yun, diba? ASD yun. Hindi yun false eh. True yun eh. No? So, minsan kapag ganyan, dahil nakakalito, pwede nyo rin markahan kung true or false para lilitaw talaga kung alin dyan sa mga items ang false. Kasi minsan na kakalimutan nyo na ang hinahanap nyo pala yung false, hindi yung true. Despite na alam nyo naman yung, diba, this is just for the testmanship purposes, okay? Yung letter do, ASD is not the generative. O, tama naman. Regarding learning and compensation to continue throughout it, tama naman, no? Because many normally develop young children, strong preference, enjoy repetition, distinguishing ASD, difficulty in preschool, tama naman, no? So, paano mo ma-distinguish kung normal repetitive behavior lang o talagang stereotype behavior na yung sa ASD? Ano sa tingin nyo? Maraming paraan para gagawin nyo. Tignan nyo yung frequency, kung gaano niya kadalas ginagawa, at saka kung anong sitwasyon. So, clients with ASD probably will just do any stereotype behavior in any context, no? Home, school, outside the park, etc. Pero yung sa mga preschool, probably, alam mo yung mga preschool ba talon ng talon? Nakakita na kayo yung mga bata, talon lang sila ng talon. Diba? Ay kasi naglalaro sila, hindi dahil sa autistic sila. No? Pero minsan kasi yung mga bata, kahit mag-isa na talon lang sila, na-enjoy lang nila yung sarili nila. O, laro pa lang din yun. So you need to observe, no? Kung ano yung mga repetitive behaviors nila. And sometimes repetitive behaviors of ASD clients are really will lead them to some safety concerns. Yan, problema yun. Kitang-kita mo na that will distinguish them from the normal playful behavior of a preschooler. No? So, okay na number 2. Number 3 tayo, DSM-4 multi-axial. Ano nangyari sa DSM-5? O, diba na-explain na natin to? So, dapat ang sagot nyo sa number 3 ay C, nawala. May nagkakamali pa dito ha. So, please familiarize yourselves about the difference between the two. Conceptually, most of the disorders are the same. By criteria, I gave you already in the handouts what specific things change. Pero kaunti lang din naman yun. Multi-axial diagnosis, wala na sa DSM-5, meron sa DSM-4, but still, you need to study the multi-axial diagnosis in DSM-4-DR dahil wala pa rin naman decision kung anong gagamitin, kung DSM-3, 4, ewan ko, nagkakit pa ng DSM-3, joke lang. Wala kasi, hindi natin alam. No? We'll just, makakagulat na lang tayo sa day ng board exam. So, dapat ready kayo. Number 4, which of the following statements about how grief, ito, maganda to, how grief differs from major depressive episode is false. No? Sakit sa ulo nila, sakit sa box ng ganyan. No? Ang hirap, i-differentiate mo na kayong grip sa MTE, pero yung false yung hahanapin mo. O pag ganyan, dapat, huwag nyong huwag nyong gamitin lahat ng gigabyte memory ninyo. I-markahan nyo para hindi kayo malito. No? So, check mo muna kung yung differentiation ng nitong mga choices really differs from MTE. Whether true or false. Tapos siya kayo sumagot. O, isa-isahin natin. Yung letter A ba, ano yan? Totoo yan between grief and MTE. Pag grief, the affect is feeling about emptiness. Pero pag MTE, talagang persistent yung depression. Or yung depressed mood. Tama, mali? Tama. Diba? Tama yan. No? Sabi ko nga, clients who are grieving, there are actually times where, di ba pag naglalamay, namatayan ng asawa yung isang nanay. Naglalamay na tawa pa sila ng tawa. Nakatid na ba kayo ng gano'n, ng lamay na? O kaya yung binuburol na nagsasayawan sila. Kung sa TV may gano'n. No? So, clients in grief can still, actually, they can still experience certain feelings of happiness, or they can make sense of the loss that they had. Pero yung clients who are really pathological na nasa MTE, ano yan, hindi talaga, they cannot experience any happiness at all or whatever. That's a problem. Okay? So, so yung A hindi sagot kasi true siya. Yung B, true ba yan? Pain and grief accompanied by positive emotion. Yun, pala yung sinasabi ko eh. Nandito pala oh. May choice pala oh. So, true yung B. Yung C, true ba yan? Thought content associated with grief features preoccupation about the memory of the disease. Pero pag MTE, self-critical, yun, pwede yun, no? True yan. Pero yung letter D, ano yan? In grief, feelings of worthlessness are common, MTE self-esteem preserved. Mali. No? Baliktad. Baliktad yung letter D. Kasi sa grief, preserve yung self-esteem. Very unlikely naman siguro na dahil namatay yung certain loved one or a certain person, ikaw bababa yung self-esteem mo at that point. I think that's not the picture of a grieving person. So, letter dog ang sagot. Pero tignan pa natin letter E. If a bereaved individual thinks about death and dying, they are generally focused on disease and possibly about joining the disease. Whereas sa MDE naman, ending life because of feeling of tama yun. So yung reason for suicide, if ever there's a suicidal ideation, ganito yung picture niya. Okay? So sir, yung suicidal ideation, hindi siya magandang marker to differentiate the two. Relatively, yes. No? Kasi, pwede mag-isip ng suicide yung client na nag-grieve. Yung suicide, criteria din siya sa MDE. So, kumbaga hindi siya differential marker. Ang differential marker ng dalawa is the nature of the sadness and the trigger for it. Okay. Tsaka yung duration. No? Sa MDE, 2 weeks. Sa grieving, namatayan ka ngayon, itong week lang na to, nag-grieve ka, probably. Abrupt yung grieving process. No? Hindi ka tulad sa MTE, may development na 2 weeks. Or more. Malinaw na yung number 4, no? Number 5 tayo. Which of the following statement about adaptive functioning in the diagnosis of intellectual disability is true? Adaptive functioning true sa intellectual disability. Alin sa number 5? Dog. Tends to improve over time basta masusuportahan and depending on the threshold ng kanyang cognitive capacity. Tama yung letter dog. Bakit mali yung iba? Mali yung letter A kasi based on IQ. Alam niyo naman na may measure ng IQ ay intelligence. No? So, adaptive functioning, iba ang pang-measure dyan. How about in letter B? Ba't mali yan? Refers to, in motor coordination, it's not about the adaptive functioning. Although, the adaptive functioning or the activities of daily living can be also be affected by the motor coordination. Pero hindi siya yun, no? Magkaiba. Mali rin letter C. At least 2 domains must be impaired to meet criterion B, diagnosis of intellectual disability. Hindi, alam ko, depending on the severity ng adaptive functioning concerns. Okay? Number 6. Which of the following statements about OCD is true? Oh. Alin totoo dyan? Number 6, letter boy. Compulsive behaviors in OCD are aimed at reducing the distress. Kasi kapag hindi nila ginawa yon, what will happen is anxiety will happen, of course. And the more obsessions they will experience more obsessions actually. And there will be that drive. No? So, yun ang totoo. Bakit mali letter A? Hindi siya addictive behavior. No? Kasi sabi nila kaya daw yung iba, they repeatedly turn off the lights on, off, o kaya they frequently check the doors or frequently hand washing, no? Kasi na-addict na daw silang gawin yung behavior na yun. Hindi, the mechanism is different. What's the difference between the two? Parehas repetitive behavior, di ba? Pero anong mechanism? What's the trigger? For the OCD, they have this urge to do the repetitive behavior kasi it's their way to what? To allay anxiety. Kasi di ba pag addict din gano'n, parang nag-distress sila para... Pero the idea is there's actually what? Another benefit that they get from doing the addictive behavior. No? So probably money or other things. Inom lang ang tubig. Okay, so malinaw na yun. At bakit mali ang C? Ano ulit? Oo, magkaiba. Magkaiba yung the compulsive behavior in paraphilia is geared towards doing the sexual act because they find it pleasurable. No? And even with gambling and substance use. No? Sa gambling, of course, there are other benefits. Substance use, probably the mechanism of the substance also triggers the addicting behavior or the addictive use of that substance. No? So magkaiba yung nature, no? On the way the repetitive behaviors are being done. Yung D, bakit mali? Oh, mali. No, oo. Obsession ito eh. Diba? So nakita niyo yung letter D, hindi yan compassion, obsession yan. Even letter E, mali din. Hindi siya goal-directed. Wala nga siya, purposeless nga siya for most of the time. Yung gambling nga, ano pa eh, goal-directed pa eh. Kailangan niyang manalo. Diba? O kailangan niyang bumawi sa pagkatalo niya. Number 7, social anxiety disorder differs from normative shyness. Ano pinagkaiba nila? 7, A. About dysfunction. And a lot of things in the DSM-5, if we try to distinguish whether this is just a normal response or versus a psychopathology, it's about dysfunction. Check dysfunction. Okay? Number 8, in which of the following disorders can psychotic symptom occur? A, all of the above, actually, pwede. No? Kaya nga di ba may psychotic features yung bipolar, even MDE, even sa substance use, with psychotic features, di ba? PTSD, psychosis can also happen. And of course, other medical conditions, like delirium, or brief psychotic disorders, di ba? malinaw na yan. Number 9, which of the following statements about gender difference in schizophrenia is true? Gender difference in schizophrenia, totoo. Sagot dyan, letter Oy. First onset of schizophrenia, age 40. More likely in women than men. Di ba dalawa nga, bimodal yung age of onset for schizophrenia sa women. Isang 23 to 25 years old, tsaka yung isa after menopausal na. Yun ang totoo. Mali yung letter A. Hindi naman sila nagva-vary sa magnitude of symptoms. Hindi rin letter C. Women tend to burn out with age. Kaya nagkaroon sa psychosis. Hindi. Well, we can argue it's about the protective mechanism of estrogen. Pero hindi dahil sa na-burn out kasi sa problema sa buhay. well, it can be a trigger, but that can also be true with the men also. So, hindi pwede yung C. It's not a good differential marker. Even letter D, no? No, hindi rin. Even letter E, hindi rin to. The overall incidents are just the same. About 1% across population. Number 10. Criteria for schizoaffective required uninterrupted illness during criterion A must be met. Oh. To fully diagnose, letter C. Major depressive or manic episode. Tama. Okay. Kasi kapag yung depression with depression with psychotic features. So, umpisa, okay, may depression siya and then may psychosis. Later on, nawawala yung psychosis. Sa schizoaffective, talagang parehas sila nandiyan. They stay. Or kung mawala man, yung depression, nababawasan, pero yung psychosis still there. So, kita mo na ang kanyang mas na-highlight na signs and symptoms are the psychosis, not the mood concerns. Kung ano yung point? So, mas under siya na schizoaffective. Anyway, number 11, which of the following symptom is incompatible with diagnosis of conversion disorder? Remember, in DSM-4, it's called conversion disorder. In DSM-5, it's already called functional neurological symptom disorder. Incompatible will be number 11. Letter A, lightheadedness. Yung lightheadedness, nangyayari yun, kahit nga yung matatanda, di ba pagtayo, bigla sila na hilo. So, yun, you need to still further check, baka naman medical condition talaga yung concern. Number 12, how does the bipolar disorder 2 differ from bipolar 1? Oh, ano sagot nyo? 12, letter A. That's a possibility, no? More chronic than bipolar 1. Okay? Yun ang totoo. Yung letter B, it depends. No? Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, it doesn't matter. Even letter C, longer asymptomatic period than bipolar 1. Hindi, ano nga eh. Mas nagsa-cycle nga yung bipolar 2. Kasi mas chronic siya. So actually, yung letter B dapat more episodic than bipolar 1. Yung letter dog, shorter asymptomatic, chronic nga siya eh. Even letter E involves much lower number of lifetime mood episode. Episodic nga siya. So, ibig sabihin, mas maraming lifetime mood episodes or changes involved compared to bipolar 1. Okay? And at the same time, the manic episode differs between the two, right? Now, if there's a manic episode, you go to bipolar 1. That's the rule of thumb. 13. Which of the following statements about gender difference in suicide is true. Suicide na pinag-usapan. 13, letter E. Mataas ang attempt sa women, pero ang completed suicide ay mababa. Mali yung letter A, no? Kasi end eh, no? Suicide attempt, higher. Pero yung completion, lower. Ganun din sa male naman. Ang completion ang higher. No? Mali yung letter C na equal lang sila. You know that there's a difference. 14. Although gambling can seem compulsive, gambling disorder is considered a type of it's not considered OCD dahil 14 A. A person with gambling disorder derives pleasure. Unlike yung sa OCD, they're distressed about the situation. Di katulad yung sa gambling, it's actually goal-directed. They find pleasure in it, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. 15. Which of the following features or confers a worse prognosis in bipolar 2?
C.
Letter C. Tama, no? Rapid cycling patterns. Remember, kapag paulit-ulit yung cycle, pag maraming occurrence ng relapse, rapid cycling happens ilan? 4 times a year, right? Oh. That's worse prognosis. Prognosis about outcome, right? With bipolar 2. Okay? Actually, that's the best answer here. No? Check nyo yung ano. Of course, letter E, matatanggal nyo yan. Less severe episode. Diba? Yung letter dog, yung married marital status, believe it or not, hindi siya stressful. I mean, the married status is actually a protective mechanism para. Kasi they have support person to deal with. Okay? Kaysa pag single lang. Kaya nga kapag halimbawa namatay yung spouse, pag matanda na, namatay yung spouse, tumataas yung rate ng depression and even suicide doon sa mga yung mga widow. No? Yung younger age, it can actually be not so good prognosis. Okay? Pero between rapid cycling, it will be letter C that is worse. Hinahanap naman yung worse. Higher educational level is actually a good factor to have a good prognosis. So you know the works here. Number 16, dissociative amnesia most often involves which of the following type of amnesia? 16, C. Localized. Ano pa? 17. Which of the following statements correctly describes the meaning or the adjective of positive and negative when applied to dissociative symptom? So ito very specific with dissociative symptom. The answer is letter C. To access mental content. No, that's negative. So kabaligtaran nun yung sa positive. How about in 18? Which of the following is not associated with ADHD? Alin dito ang hindi congruent sa ADHD? Not associated, 18, letter E. Tama, reduce risk of substance use. Bakit kaya? Tama ba yung letter A? Linked ba yan sa ADHD?
Yes.
Bakit?
Oo,
hindi siya makapag-focus. Right? How about letter B? Totoo ba yan?
Impulsive.
Pwede rin. No, dahil nga, kung poor ang school attendance o school performance, doon din mangyayari sa kanyang occupational performance that will be affected. Tama rin yung letter C. No, nahihirapan sila with adaptive functioning, for example. And even letter D. No, hindi sila makapag-focus. At probably the partner cannot understand them when it comes to their behavior, lalo kung matanda na. So, yun. letter E. Kasi hindi dapat reduce risk, dapat higher risk. Kasi comorbid nga yung dalawa eh. Yung ADHD at substance use. You know that no then. What is, number 19, what is essential diagnostic feature of factitious disorder? Boy! Talagang pinepeke lang. O baka kayo hindi nyo pa na-realize, no, na conscious yung effort nilang pekein. Hindi yan unconscious. No, na hindi na wala sa kulirat nila na nag-a-assume sila na may sakit sila. Hindi. They know it. Malingering and factitious the same. No? They know, they want to assume a sick role, pero with malingering, may benefits na hinahabol. Whereas factitious disorder talaga, sick role lang ang habol niya. The identity itself of being sick. No? So that is something in letter B. No? Essential, 19-letter boy. Okay? 20. A patient with history of bipolar reports 1 week elevated, expansive mood. Hypomanic, rather manic. Anong difference niya? Letter C. No? Relatively productive kapag hypomanic. Pero kapag nag-reach siya sa manic phase, ang pinagkaiba nila is about dysfunction. No? So yan, malaking difference yan. 21. Which of the following statement about onset and development of conduct disorder is true? 21. A. Rare after 16 years. Bakit? Kasi mare-revert na siya into antisocial PD. Diba? Yung onset, hindi siya nag-o-occur ng adolescent. Childhood nga yan, di ba? So, mali yung letter boy. Mali rin yung letter C. May bearing yung age onset. Kasi doon na magde-determine kung itong nakikita natin ay will lead towards antisocial PD o kung conduct disorder ba yan o kung whatever. No? 22. Which of the following statements about negative symptom is false? Schizophrenia na to. 22A. Mahirap siya ma-distinguish. Bakit? Kasi negative symptom, di ba, less than of the expected behavior and cognitive thinking pattern. Eh, ang sedation, ganun din eh. Stupulous ka din, di ka rin masyado makausap, etc. So, parang mahirap siya ma-distinguish. So, kailangan na i-assess mabuti. Number 23. Which of the following patient presentation would not be classified as psychotic? 23C. Bakit C? Mas posible siyang PTSD. No? Kasi psychotic, yung psychosis ang hinahanap. Flashback ito eh. About what happened. So, hindi naman siya delusion, hindi naman siya hallucination, hindi naman siya thought disturbance or any negative symptom. Obvious na, diba? 24. In addition to feeling restless or keyed up, GAD are most likely to experience 24. C. Muscle tension. Okay. 25. Which of the following does not, baka hindi nyo napansin ito negative symptom of schizophrenia? 25, dog. Kasi yung dog, ano yan? Normal response yan. Naputulan ka ng daliri. Wait eh. Ako natansin ka na mantika o lockdown. Hindi kasi talagang, kasi nagpa-fried chicken, pumutok. Lumipad talaga yung mantika, kita ko eh. Layo ako eh, kasi baka tamahin mo ka ako, puhunan eh. Layo ako yan, tinamahan yung kamay ko. Tutulo pa yung mantika nun, binabad ko sa tubig na malamig. Sobrang update. So isipin ko, naputol yun. Sadness over loss of habits. Pero hindi pa ako psychotic nun, di ba? Pero pwede din, no? Ma-trigger. Pero parang hindi naman. Wala naman tayong diastasis dyan. Sa paniwala, malay ba natin? So kapag minsan nakita niya parang baliw-baliwan, alam niya na. Dahil sa mantika. Ang hapdi kaya niya sobra. Pero ngayon hindi na. 20 na tayo. 26? Tagal naman. O, 26. In which of the following ways do manic episode... O, ito maganda to. No? Isa sa mga magagandang question ito. O, bakit? Paano natin anong pinaka-differentiating marker nito? Bakit ba nakakalito yung dalawa in the first place? Kasi parehas silang hyperactive. Parehas din sila hindi makapag-focus. Kung ano-ano hindi ginagawa. Oh. So ano pinagkaya? Kung meron dyan, 24-year-old, dumating, ganun, aligaga, hindi makapag-focus, hindi mo halos ma-interview kung ano-ano ginagawa. So, ano yung itatanong nyo sa kanya o dun sa relative? Tatanong nyo ang letter C. Kailan nagsimula? Okay? So, wait. Tama, di ba? Manic episode more strongly associated with poor judgment, letter A. Hindi yun ang kanilang pinagkaiba. Or more likely to involve excessive, parehas nga sila. So, yung C yung talagang tama. Clearer onset and offset. Ibig sabihin, there is a stressor na trigger yung manic episode and then nawawala din siya afterwards. Of course, you need to make the symptom go away or to manage it. No, kumbaga may onset, merong remission. Sa ADHD wala eh. Okay? So it's more of letter C. With yung letter D, more likely to show chronic course. Ang chronic course yung ADHD, diba? Now regarding the manic episode appeared on the early age, mali, it's the ADHD that appears on the earlier age. So, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng differentiating marker, ang magandang differentiating marker mo is yan, yung onset, age of onset, tsaka kung namamanage pa, no, does it go away? Kasi sa manic, nawawala yan. Basta na-improve yung mood, okay na. Sa ADHD, hindi eh. Bata pa talaga, simula na yan. Namamanage ka, of course, with medication, with some behavioral modification. Yun, you check very well. So, importante, alam nyo yung itatanong nyo para ma-distinguish nyo yung dalawa. Yun nga ang masaklap eh, kasi minsan may mga patient tayo na, alam mo yun, na pinaniwalaan na nilang may ADHD sila, wala, hindi naman pala. May mga ganun kami patient eh. May ADHD daw ako, depressed daw ako, bipolar daw ako. Sino nagsabi? Nakita ko sa internet. Yung mga ganon. Minsan naman, sabi nung doktor namin, ganyan. Kailan pa yun? Hindi na rin niya matandaan. Tapos, alam mo yung medyo hazy yung And then wala silang document or any referral or whatever. So pag gano'n, i-redo mo na lang yung assessment ulit. And then take into consideration the past psychiatric history na alam niya. And then you verify also with the relatives. Kasi minsan nami-misdiagnose sila. Okay? O kaya palaging depression. Pero yung pala may manic episode na pala. So automatic mag-bipolar 1 na yun. Pero hindi pa rin napapalit ng diagnosis niya. So yun, malilap yun. Tapos there's also, ewan kung anong tawag sa phenomena na yun. Pero minsan yung mga patient, ginagawa nilang parang excuse yung kanilang diagnosis. Sir, yung hindi ako magpa-participate kasi nahihirapan ako eh. Depressed kasi ako ngayon eh. Yung gano'n, ginagawang dahilan yung kanilang disorder. So, minsan, wala naman silang disorder na gano'n, pero ginagawa nilang dahilan. Parang nasa self-fulfilling prophecy na sila. Yun ang problema. Kapag na-misdiagnose mo at yung pasyente, pinaniwalaan niya na, ginawa niya ng parte ng identity niya, yung pala, hindi naman pala, no? Meron pala siyang potential to actually do better than his current behavior. Yan, mahirap. So, importante yung role natin na mag-assess mabuti. 27. In social anxiety disorder, the object of individual's fear is the potential for which of the following. C. Embarrassment. Kaya nga ayaw niya na to deal, no? And, to be the center of this attention. 28. Which of the following is more suggestive of anxiety, not pathological, than the anxiety of GAD? 28. C. Merong clear stressor. At hindi lang clear stressor, yung anxiety response is appropriate to the stressor. Kasi iba, okay, may stressor nga, pero overacting na. So, overreact naman siya. That's also a concern. O pwede na-extend naman at nagkaroon na ng dysfunction. That's a problem also. So, you need to check also. So, C ang sagot, 28. Ano tayo? 29. Which of the following disorder is generally not comorbid with ASD? Not comorbid. 29, C. Good. Oh, selective mutism. Kasi nga, language delay nga yung ASD eh. Pag selective mutism, 29, letter C yun, di ba? Pag selective mutism, there are instances na okay naman siyang makipag-usap. And selective mutism is more psychological in nature. It's a sign that the patient is actually having some psychological or talk disturbances. No? Na there are some topics na ayaw niyang pag-usapan, so pag yun na yung topic, bigla nila sila napipipit. No? May patient ako dati ganun, i-interview lang, okay pa siya eh. Pero nung hindi ko na-touch siguro yung topic about family, ayun, nag-hyperventilate na. Tapos ang sama na ng tingin sa akin. Nag-hyperventilate siya, tapos masama tingin niya sa akin. Pero yung the way she talks, okay pa din. Pero makikita mo, nag-iiba yung non-verbal. Tapos maya-maya parang bigla na lang siyang huminto. Huminto siya, tapos yung sunod niyang salita, galit na. Kuya, pakiano na. Pinapunta na namin na room. Dinala na namin sa room. Kasi siya triggered na siya po. Kuya, na natin? Ma'am, usap tayo na lang later on. You need to calm yourself. I see that you're breathing deeply. And your tone of voice is actually going louder. Yan sabi ko sa kanya. So, kailangan aware siya na gano'n na yung nangyayari sa kanya. Kasi nung umpisa, okay pa siya may pag-usap, pero yung mukha niya, iba na eh. So, nung gano'n yung sitwasyon, sabi ko, actually huminto din ako, hindi ko na in-explore yung topic about family. Kinamusta ko na muna siya as of the moment. Tapos maya-maya hindi na nagsalita. Ako yun ang mahirap. So yun, they can be as unstable as that. Minute by minute, po pwede magbago ang mood. Yun ang, nakwento ko sa may patient kami gano'n, birthday niya, nabigyan ng out on pass. Pwede siyang lumabas ng pero dahil wala lang siyang damit pang party, nagwala. I mean, alam naman niya na yung rule, bawal magwala. Kailangan good girl, good boy para makalabas. Pero dahil walang dalang pang party yung nanay, tatay niya, dahil birthday niya, So mapipilitan siya suotin yung mga house clothes para mag-lunch sila. Eh okay naman, decente naman yung mga house clothes, pero ina-expect niya meron siyang ano. Alam mo, di ba pag yung mga pagbata, di ba, kailangan may birthday clothes, di ba? This is a 19-year-old kid. Hindi ito bata. Pero yung ugali, di ba? Kuha niyo yung point. So, oh my goodness. O yun, hindi natuloy yung ano. Hindi natuloy. Tapos maya-maya na natauhan siya, lapit siya agad. Sabi niya, sir, ano, okay na ako, I'll be good. It's okay for me to wear any of the clothes ngayon. Hindi na pwede. Hindi na talaga pwede. Kasi, ano na eh, na-triggered ka eh. Hindi pwede kasi nakita niyo at unstable tapos biglang magmamanipulate ng ano, hindi natin alam ano mangyayari. Baka ganun lang yung front niya sa amin, pero pagdating sa labas, papanatan niya yung mga magulang niya. Nakuha niyo yung point, di ba? So, for safety concern, hindi namin tinuloy. So imagine, split second lang. Ako nga nagulat ako eh. May birthday mo tapos magwawala ako ng gano'n. 20 anyway. 30 na. Buti naman. 30 na. What is the gender ratio or sex ratio of ADHD in children? Saan ba mas marami ang ADHD? 30? A. 2:1. 2:1. ADHD. Ang alam kong mataas ang male to female ratio, autism. Going as high as 3 times or 5 times. Pero sa ADHD, twice lang. 2 times lang. Okay. How about in 31? The presence of incoherence and loose association is most suggestive of, alam niyo na to, letter B, disorganized type. This is DSM-4 TR parlance, no? Yung mga catatonic type, disorganized type. So remember, kapag may mga ganyang language disturbances during the psychotic episode, ibig sabihin, ano yan? Disorganization ng thoughts yan. And doon nyo lang malalaman kung disorganized yung thoughts niya. Through language, and of course, minsan sa itsura din. 32, the key difference between autism and Asperger's, alam nyo na yan, 32A. Significant delay is not in Asperger's, no? Pero parehas din yan yung onset ng age, no? Kaya yung letter B, hindi magandang differential marker yan. Kasi parehas lang eh, yung onset eh, nakikita. Even with letter C, yun nga eh, within 2 years mga nakikita yun eh. So, balik ka rin naman yung sinasabi niya, no? 33, the key feature distinguish worries of GAD from normal worries. Ano? 33, letter C. Mahirap kontrolin yung worries ng GAD. Parang kala mo obsession na pumapasok sa isip. Eh sir, ano pinagkaiba nyo doon sa obsessive thoughts ng OCD? Yung sa GAD, relatively medyo real world pa. Sometimes it's a day-to-day worry, pero parang ayaw matanggal. Alam mo yung matutulog ka na lang, inaalala mo pa yung ibang bagay. Pero there are times na yung mga bagay na inaalala nila, hindi rin ganun ka everyday scenario, pero realistic pa rin. For example, paano kaya kung yung stoplight hindi gumana? Yung mga ganun. Bakit naman yun, no? Although it's realistic, pero it's already excessive from the expected worries na po pwede niyang ma-collect, no? Kasi kung talagang halimbawa, short ka sa budget, hindi ka makabayad ng bills mo, yun kahit siguro gabi iniisip mo eh. Pero normal yun, expected yun eh. No? Realistic and expected. Pero may mga bagay na realistic pero hindi naman appropriate for the situation. Yan, GA. Okay. So, nasa 34 na tayo. False time MMSE, commonly administered. Alam nyo na. 34, boy, older adults. Diba? Dahil nga, we expect clients who are elderly, they are prone to what? Cognitive impairment concerns. Okay? That's the best answer, most commonly. But that does not prevent us to administer it with the other population, no? So the best answer is boy. 35. Which of the following is true about autism spectrum disorder, autistic disorder? 35. Sagot nyo. Dog. Bakit totoo yan? O, tinatanong yung age ng onset. O, prior to age 3 yan. Diba? Kasi ano nga, mga 2 years old, 1 year old, pwede na eh. So, mali na agad yung A at B. O, tignan nyo ngayon yung susunod na mga katotohanan dun sa C at D. Prognosis is best with early onset. Hindi. Prognosis is best in late onset, 35. So, okay? Bakit? So remember with the worst prognosis, no? So ito lang lagi ang clue natin when it comes to the prognosis. Prognosis about outcome, yung mga worst na prognosis, yan, rapid cycling. Kasi di ba ang gusto nga natin, we need to have what? Stable mood, stable cognitive thinking pattern, stable behavior. So kung nag-rapid cycling ka, ibig sabihin you're unstable, that's not a good prognosis. Ibig sabihin, pag nag-rapid cycling ka, lagi nagre-relapse. So, frequent episode of relapse, worst prognosis din yun. Multiple relapses. Yung bang, o kumpara nyo, yung schizophrenia patient na isang beses lang nag-relapse versus yung sa schizophrenia patient na taon-taon nagre-relapse. Sino sa dalawa ang worst ang prognosis? Yung pangalawa, di ba, yung taon-taon. Bakit? Kasi hindi na ma-manage eh. Lagi siyang bumabalik sa psychopathology. Okay? So, yung paulit-ulit ang relapse, maraming relapse, and also early what? Early experience of the symptom. So, ibig sabihin, sir, pag mas maagang nagkaroon ng symptoms or ng disorder or mas maagang na-diagnose, worse ang prognosis? Relatively, oo. Bakit? Ano sa tingin nyo? Dalawa explanation. Bakit kaya? Bakit worse yun? Una sa lahat, regarding diastasis stress. So, ibig sabihin, bata pa lang talaga may predisposition na. No? So, any stress, talaga they are predisposed to have the disorder. Pangalawa, the mere fact that they experience these signs and symptoms. These are actually affecting the way they develop later on. It actually triggers disability, and the sign and symptom limits them to do certain things. So remember yung SCAR theory? Idea about the SCAR theory. Yung bang repeated exposure to the signs and symptom or repeated exposure to the stress, it leaves certain scar. Parang yung sugat. Pag lagi ka nasasaktan, yung mga ganon, di ba? Oh, parang sugat, lalo mong kamutin, lalo siyang lalalim. Ganon. So, mas early kang na-experience mo yung signs and symptoms, mas lagi kang na-expose dun sa vulnerabilities na yun. Worse ang prognosis. Okay? Kaya yun ang nangyari dito sa C and D. Pag early onset, hindi siya best. Pangit siya. Kaya best ang prognosis kapag late ang onset. Diba? Nakalagay yun, prognosis is best with late. Yan ang letter dog. 35 dog. Yun ang tama. Kasi mali letter C eh. Hindi best, worst kapag early prognosis, kapag early onset. Okay? Oh. So kapag ganyan binigyan kayo ng mga truth statements, katulad niyan, tatlo yan eh. Ang una niyang thought is about the age of onset. Pangalawa niyang thought is about the prognosis relative to the onset. At yung pangatlo niyang thought is about the gender ratio. So iisa-isahin mo yan. Kung saan tumama, yun ang sagot. Eh sir, paano kapag hindi lahat tumama? Ay, hanapin mo na lang kung sino may pinakamaraming tama. Remember, best answer yung hinahanap mo. Okay? 36. Better prognosis for schizophrenia. has been associated with which of the following factors? Tinatanong na to. 36. Boy, better prognosis eh. Boy, late onset. Di ba pag early, worse? So, tatandaan nyo na lang lagi yung worse eh. The rest nung hindi kabilang sa worse, probably have better chances of better prognosis, of course. So, late onset letter B. Yung disorganized type, yan isa sa mga pangit na prognosis yan with the schizophrenia. Okay. Even negative symptom also. Yung mga dating positive symptom, tapos through medication, nag-revert sila to negative. Medyo hindi okay ang kanyang response to therapy and medication yan. Pangit na prognosis ng puro negative symptom yung nakikita. Most of them are not amenable to medication. Mahirap hanapin yung tamang gamot. And even with therapy. So imagine kung puro negative symptom yung pinapakita ng patient, tapos magde-therapy kayo. Puro gano'n. Wala, hindi mo siya makakausap, nakatulala lang. O kaya, makakausap mo, pero puro concrete thinking. Puro yes, no lang yung sagot. Minsan magsasalita siya parang, ano daw? Wala. No, so, mahirap yun. Ano ba? 37. Cognitive disorder reflect disruption in E. All of the above. Tama. Kasi kung cognitive disorder, and we're talking about cognitive functioning. Tama. Memory, cognitive functioning yan. Sir, yung judgment, nandiyan na may orientation eh. Kaya yung judgment, minsan apektado din yan. Conducting interpretation, ganun din. So, lahat talaga ito. Nilito lang kayo ng 37, pero lahat sila. 38. Somatizing patients can be difficult to treat dahil letter dog. No? They don't have self-awareness. At feeling nila medical yung concern. Hindi kasi nila alam yung trigger o yung stressor. So they need to reflect and be self-aware. Pero yung iba kasi in denial, kahit sabihin na sa kanila eh. No, na, alam mo, based on our interview tsaka sa journaling mo, nakita namin kapag tungkol na sa pamilya yung usapan, dumadalas yung headaches mo tsaka stomach pains. Do you think there's a link between that? Ayaw nila. Ano connection nun? Ano ko, psycho ako? Ano ba yung binagsasabi mo? Masakit nga tiyan ko. Anong connection ng psycho, ng psychotic sa tiyan? Mga gano'n, no? Ganun sila magsalita eh. Ikaw naman, syempre, i-explain mo pa yun. No? So, yun. Yan, problema yan. 39, test of concentration. Ano yung test of concentration? Saan yan, di ba? Cognitive functioning involves the following except. And except pa? 39, the best answer, boy. Bakit? Ano yung proverb interpretation? Abstract thinking. Kasi yung calculation, ano yan, di ba? Mathematical ability. You argue mathematical ability, but calculation, you need to focus, no? You need to concentrate on the problem at hand. So, tama yun. Even the spelling the word world backwards, yan yung nga yung mga standard procedures natin for measuring concentration, right? And repeating series of random numbers, sa mocha test, may ganyan din, di ba? Sir, yung repeating 3 or 4 unrelated objects, di ba predominantly ano yan? Delayed recall yan. Pero the mere fact that it's an instruction that they were able to focus on, and then later on, magre-refocus na naman sila to retrieve that information. So it's a combination of a delayed recall and even concentration. So the best answer will be letter boy. Kasi talagang, ano yan, abstract. Okay? 40. Okay. Asking a patient to interpret a proverb. Yun. 40, letter A, abstract thinking. 41, compared with primary process thinking. Alam niyo yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa, di ba? I think we have a question in the past mock exam. Ano yan? Secondary process thinking is what? 41, C. Okay. Pinag-iisipan. Oh, and there's already an input from the environment, appraisal na on what's happening in the environment vis-a-vis with what you want to happen. Oh, obviously, A, B, D, and E parehas naman. 42, criteria for mild cognitive impairment, MCI, except E, of course. Diba? Naalala niyo yun? Sa DSM-5, you have the mild cognitive impairment, MCI, versus the major cognitive impairment, which is the dementia already. So, if we're talking about the MCI, somehow it's still reversible. No? And the idea with the MCI, oh yeah, tama, hindi letter E, kasi dementia major yan. Oh, may or may not have various memory complaints. Objective memory impairment, perseverance. O yan, lahat yan pwede makita sa MCI. Pero dementia, hindi. 43. True statements about Alzheimer's include the following except. So, tignan nyo lahat kung anong true dyan. Kung ano yung false, that would be letter dog. No, walang clear phenomenological separation. Phenomenological separation, ibig sabihin the distinction. Kumbaga parehas lang naman yung kanilang symptomatology. Nagkaiba lang if early or late. Okay? So, totoo yung lahat. Totoo yung letter A, no? Siyempre, if there's already predisposition, age of onset is earlier. Tama rin yung letter B. It can exclude other identifiable causes such as brain trauma, nagkaroon pala ng brain infarct, kaya nagpara yung dugo. So, yung kanyang dementia is about vascular, hindi Alzheimer's. So, pwede sa brain imaging yun. So, tama yung B. Ang sagot natin, di ba, Dog? Tama? Dog, di ba? Tama rin yung letter C, no? Early onset, rapidly progressing. Kasi nga, di ba, pag earlier ang onset, poorer prognosis. That's an automatic notion. So, di ang sagot. Mali, yung letter E, tamang statement to, true statement. No features, physical examination are pathognomonic. Ano yung pathognomonic? Saan yun pala ang bigas doon? Etong letter E, yan ay yung confirmatory sign or symptom or criteria. Sir, hindi pala na-diagnose yung Alzheimer with confirmation? Actually, hindi eh. Kasi paano mo ma-diagnose? Papakain mo muna yung patient bago mo makita yung brain structure, yung neurofibrillary tanggal sa utak niya. Yung nag-iiba-iba yung arrangement ng neurons sa brain cells eh. So, malalaman mo lang yun pag dinisect mo yung utak. Walang confirm. So ang diagnosis natin sa dementia is more functional in nature. More about the signs and symptoms and the function. No? So yun. So tama yung letter E. True statement yun. So letter dog talaga yung mali. 44. In distinguishing schizophrenia from amphetamine-induced psychosis, presence of the following is helpful. O, ito nabanggit ko na ito, no, di ba? A. Sabi nga sa inyo, di ba, kapag may mga tactile or visual or any hallucination na aside from auditory, tanong nyo na, kasi ano na yan eh, leading na yan dun sa gusto natin yung makita natin na substance use yun. And remember sa differential diagnosis, di ba, talagang kailangan yung tanongin if there was a substance involved. Kasi yan ang isa sa mga unang tinatanggal sa differential diagnosis. Maling ka rin factitious tapos substance use. Kailangan talagang itanong. 40. 45. Which of the following statements about dopamine hypothesis is true? O, remember the dopamine hypothesis? Higher dopamine, schizophrenia. Yun lang naman yan eh. O. Nakakalito ito kasi maraming technical terms. I-explain ko. Ang sagot dito, letter C. Letter C ang sagot sa 45. Tama naman eh. Higher amphetamine-provoked dopamine, o edi psychosis. Di ba higher dopamine nga, psychosis, or schizophrenia. O bakit mali yung letter A, B, D, and E? So, mali yung letter A, dysregulation is caused by postsynaptic hinte. No, it's more about the availability of the dopamine, not the sensitivity. No? Sensitivity kasi kung pag lumabas na yung dopamine, masisense ba siya nung kabilang neuron? Hindi yun ang problema. Ang problema is about the availability of the dopamine. At least that's the mainstream idea. There might be research also with regarding sensitivity, but that's not the point here. Letter B, mali din kasi during remission. Relapse nga dapat to eh. Di ba pag remission wala na, okay ka. So hindi siya hindi siya tama, no? Even letter dog mali din, no? Overactivity contributes to negative symptom. Dapat nga positive eh. Overactivity ng dopamine. Ibig sabihin maraming dopamine, positive symptom. Okay? Mali rin yung letter E. Dapat higher occupancy. Kasi pag higher occupancy ng receptor, ibig sabihin na stimulate yung receptor. Ito yung receptor, nag-aantay, yung mga receptor. Higher occupancy, ibig sabihin, yung dopamine nandun sa mga receptor to stimulate it. So, magre-relapse ka. So, yun. So, medyo technical, pero pinaikot-ikot lang niya yung iba-ibang mechanism ng bakit mataas ang dopamine, schizophrenia. Okay? So, hopefully there will be no super-duper technical things. I'm just preparing you for the worst and trying to stimulate your dopamine to for you to think further and further here. 46 features weighing toward a good prognosis include the following except. Ito mga except na to, nakakamatay to. Huwag niyong babaliwalain yan. Tsaka hindi lahat ng mga keywords hina-highlight eh. Minsan nawawala lang, andyan lang. Kaya minsan napupunta sa kabilang line. So kung binabasa mo siya, hindi mo nakita nakandito siya. Di ba minsan may gano'n, yung napuputol, o kaya napupunta sa next page. So kailangan basahin nyo mabuti. No? Yung mga except kasi tanging yan eh. O 46, ang sagot ay dog. Good prognosis eh. Pag disorganize yung features, pangit yung prognosis. So relatively sa mga different types of schizophrenia, pinaka-okay yung paranoid type. Sila yung parang tip, pag sa center, pag nakita mo, parang okay naman. Pero pag kinausap mo, wow, alien conspiracy. Pero itsura nila well-groomed, well-kept. Oh, pero pag kinausap mo, dun yung katotohanan, malalaman mo. Pero ang sunod sa kanila, ito, disorganized features. Mas pangit pa ang prognosis ng catatonic schizophrenia kaysa sa disorganized. Tapos sunod yung undifferentiated. Kasi undifferentiated, halos lahat na ng symptom nandun eh. Paranoid na, disorganized na, meron pang mga behavioral concerns. So yun. Pero since wala namang catatonia dito, so nakalapsang pa yung undifferentiated sa disorder, you need to answer letter 12. Siya yung except, kasi yung A, B, and C, relatively good pa yung prognosis niya. Okay? 47. 13-year-old girl presents clinic for unusual behavior. Father, 3 months. His daughter claims she is communicating with an UFO. 47, dog. Kasi 3 months pa lang, no? Yun lang naman yung ano niya dito eh. So, for board exam purposes, no, it's letter dog, schizophrenic form. Kasi iba pa sabihin, sir, yun lang naman ang symptom niya eh. Parang wala, hindi naman siya mag-meet doon sa lahat ng criterion A tsaka doon sa iba. So, hindi ko na lang sasagutin yan. Kasi ako, ethical akong psychometrician. Hindi ako basta-basta nagda-diagnose ng kung ano-ano. Doon ko magbagsak sa boards. No, may mga signature scenarios or cases eh. Ha? 48. The following situation called for a break in confidentiality except
C.
Ang sagot nyo, 48, C. Diba? Ano yung C? Patient with bipolar 1 admits he is homosexual. So, pwede mong i-break yung confidentiality except. So, ano-ano mga pagkakataon na pwede mong i-break ang confidentiality? What's on your mind? Pag, ano? Oo, no? So, about safety and security. Okay? And, well, of course, court order, because the court will order because there's safety and security concerns. No? That's a possibility. So, yung dahil lang sa homosexual siya, you break the confidence, chinikan mo na sa lahat, di ba? That's something very... So, makita mo naman yung A, B, and D, lahat yan pwede. No, yung letter A, safety yan. Yung letter B naman, reportable case kasi yung syphilis. So, talagang i-report yan with the healthcare team members. Bakit yung D, sir? Ano? Tama. Kasi command hallucination to eh. Ay, hindi. Ano ba to? Nag-hallucinate lang siya that he can fly. No? So, pwede rin yun, no? Baka tumalo na lang siya sa building. Pumunta pa ng Skytech. Woo! Sarap. 49. 49. All of the following are vegetative disturbances of depression except... Ano yung ibig sabihin ng vegetative disturbances? Ang sagot actually dito, letter A. Hypersexuality. Pero yung vegetative, ito yung mga basic life functioning things, no? Kain, tulog. No? So yung anorexia sa kain yan. Hypersomnia sa tulog yan. Insomnia sa tulog din. Circadian sa tulog din. Sir, hindi mo ba vegetative yung hypersex, yung tungkol sa sex? Hindi eh. Baka sa'yo, pero sa akin hindi. Wala tayong magagawa. Sabi nga, for board exam purposes, no? Pero kung sa'yo, basic yun, wala naman tayo magagawa. Para siyang para siyang meal 3 times a day. Hindi mo ngayon. 50. O siguro lang 50 na lang kasi parang piling ko yung buong kaluluwa ko, lumalabas niya. 50. The defense mechanism most commonly used in depression is dog introjection. Bakit? Ito yung palagi nag-ruminate, di ba? Iniisip nila yung naging problema nila, kawalan nila. And at the same time, sometimes, for example, inclines more suicidal. Yan. No, the aggression is turned inward. Ayun. 50 dog. Yung the rest, ihahabol natin. Bukas wala tayong pasok. Di ba kanina sinabi ko na yun? Ba't kayo nandito? Baka kayo kanina. Pero ito, ihahabol natin ito sa schedule ko. Next week may kaya kong isingit yung other PP items. Okay? So hindi talaga siya kaya tapos. Actually, kaya tapos ito kung kaya niya 6. And uwi na tayo. May mga kailangan din natin huminga. puro, ay, okay na, okay na.